It's the duty of every Muslim to convey the message of Islam to those who are not aware of it. It's compulsory for every Muslim to do dawah. What is the meaning of the word dawah? Dawah is derived from the Arabic word da'a, which means to call or to invite. So dawah means an invitation, a call to the non-Muslims. So it's the duty further on every Muslim that they invite non-Muslims to Islam. I started my talk by quoting a verse from the glorious Quran from Surah Nahl, chapter number 16, verse number 125 says that, Ad'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah, and invite all to the way of their Lord with wisdom. Wal mu'izzatil hasana, with beautiful preachings. Wajadilhum billati ahsan, and argue with them, debate with them in the best and most gracious way. There are various methodologies as well as strategies used by Muslims as far as dawah is concerned. The most common strategy is whenever a Muslim meets non-Muslim, he speaks 100 good things about Islam. Even if the non-Muslim agrees all the 100 good things that the person has spoken about Islam, but still the non-Muslim will have a few negative points at the back of his mind. And they will say that, yes, I agree with all the 100 good things that you have spoken about Islam. But yeah, you are the same Muslim who is a terrorist. You are the same Muslim who is a fundamentalist. That means you are the same people, you spread religion with the sword. You are the same people who marry more than one woman. You are the same Muslim who subjugates women. These are few negative points at the back of their mind that will prevent the non-Muslim to accept the beauty of Islam. That's the reason whenever I meet non-Muslim, I ask him upfront that, what do you think is wrong with the religion of Islam? With your limited knowledge, right or wrong, what do you think is wrong with the religion of Islam? And I make him comfortable. He can ask or he can criticize Islam. If he wants, he can attack Islam. That is, if he wishes, he can attack Islam. And after I made him comfortable, he poses 3 or 4 questions about Islam. And in the last 20 decades, in the field of dawah, there are about 20 most common questions which the non-Muslims have in their mind. And when non-Muslims poses 3 or 4 questions, invariably 3 or 4 questions fall in 20 most common questions. If Muslims know the reply to these most common questions asked by the non-Muslims with reason, logic, and the quotation of the Quran and Hadith and scriptures of the non-Muslims, even if he cannot make the non-Muslim accept Islam, at least he can neutralize the animosity that is there in the minds of the non-Muslims. At least he can neutralize the negative feelings that the non-Muslim have about Islam. It is better to know the replies to 20 most common questions rather than knowing 100 uncommon questions asked by the non-Muslims. And it is very important that we Muslims should know the replies to these important questions. These 20 most common questions asked by the common non-Muslims throughout the world remain the same wherever you go. There may be a couple of additional questions depending upon the locality. For example, in USA, it was asked that why it is prohibited in Islam taking and giving of interest. But the remaining questions remain the same. How do these misconceptions arise in the minds of the non-Muslims? Every day, non-Muslims, they are being bombarded with the misinformation about Islam. There is a virulent propaganda regarding Islam, whether it's international media, whether international newspaper, television channels, internet, radio broadcast stations, there is virulent propaganda against Islam. And depending upon how the media portrays Islam, the misconceptions arise in the minds of the non-Muslims.